Hey everyone, it's me Doomlink and welcome back to Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. I am quite excited to be here, not just because we are returning to Majora's Mask, which is obviously a series that I enjoy recording for the most part. This is also my very first recording for the year of 2021, and I suppose it's not that incredibly significant on its own, but if you think about it, it is, because I'd say the year 2020 is quite a significant year historically for the 21st century. In fact, I would say that this is probably the most historic year we've had this century, so there you go. It's no longer 2020, it is now 2021, it is in fact the 2nd of January here. So, there you go. My first recording in the new year is Majora's Mask, and the reason why is because I am getting towards the end of the Let's Play, finally. I've done so much work up until this point that I really don't have too much more to do after this dungeon. I will be collecting my final mask in this dungeon, and I don't know if there are any pieces of heart in this dungeon, maybe, but either way, we've only got a handful of heart pieces left to acquire, so yeah, that's going to be a good thing once we have completed this Let's Play. Of course, it is a 100% Let's Play, which is why it has taken longer than normal, I guess. But anyway, what I have done is I have gone back into that room before with the water and the bridge in the center with that weird enemy. I wasn't too sure how to progress. If you do remember, I returned to the central room of the Stone Tower Temple. I say central room, more like the original room that I first entered, and I was left going, well, I don't know how to continue, so it was obviously going to be the case that I would check a walkthrough to see how I would progress. And it just so happened that it was at the end of the video, so I just stopped it there. Well, I'm back now, and I did have a look at a walkthrough, and of course, as you would expect, what tripped me up was something very simple. Not very simple, actually, the opposite. Something very, I guess it's a small thing, but it's also quite confusing. So I believe we started on this side of the room, and assuming we went from the left side of the first room, we would enter this room from this side. Now what you're supposed to do is swim under the bridge and come to this creature called a Dexy Hand. I wasn't sure what it was called, but basically you want it to grab you so it can throw you up on this ledge. Now that's really freaking annoying because whatever I had done, I think I had surrounded myself with electricity in the Zora form, thus destroying it last time I was grabbed by it, because I'm thinking, well, I don't want to be grabbed by this thing, why would I want to be grabbed by it? But it turns out you actually need to be grabbed by it. So in this case, they reward a failure to destroy the creature that's attacking you. But I suppose maybe they expect people to work out that that's the only way they would get up here, but I certainly didn't work that much out on my own. So, yeah, there you go. I do honestly find this dungeon to be a little bit too tricky, but anyway, I will get my chat up because I've yet to do that. If anyone's talking to me, I apologize. I'm not intentionally ignoring you, it's just I guess I have a monologue at the start or something. It doesn't really seem like anyone's here, so again, that's a good thing because it means I'm not ignoring anyone. Okay. Pop out that chat. Okay, so there are two things that we can do here. First is opening a chest. Well, this doesn't necessarily have to be the first thing that you do, but this will be the first thing that I do because I'm right next to the chest. So we just got a small key, and if you remember, we went into a room previously where there was a locked door and we didn't have a key, so we now have our point of progression, which is why I actually don't know what to do beyond this point, or at the very least I will be going blind beyond this point. What I do is if I don't know how exactly to progress, I will check exactly how to progress and then nothing more, so that then I can try to work it out on my own from there. Generally speaking, I can't really work it out on my own, but I'm trying to do a spin attack here. Here we go. So if we do a spin attack, we can actually hit that through the, I guess, the fence we can call it. And yeah, that unlocks a chest over there. I'm assuming that that is a stray fairy chest. That would be my assumption. Okay, so now that we've taken care of that, I don't think there's anything else for us to do in this room here. So what we're going to do is leave. In fact, through the door where that creature is. And again, last time I went through it, I just killed him with the electricity. But he failed to grab onto me this time. But yeah, it turns out you actually want to be grabbed by him, which is, again, kind of frustrating, but it is what it is. So the locked door, I believe, is over here. As far as the rest of this underwater area, I believe we have explored that to the greatest extent, so we will therefore move on through here. You can see we do have a chest on the ceiling, which again I would assume is a stray fairy. I would assume that most brown chests like these that we would see in the dungeon are going to be stray fairies. You don't really have chests in this dungeon, or any dungeon in Majora's Mask for that matter, that just has rupees or something in it, because you have stray fairies to collect as well. If they had rupee chests as well as all that, I suppose there would just be too many chests hanging around. Anyway, hoping everything's alright with the recording. It seems to be. I don't see anything wrong with it. Okay. So, here we are in a room that has an object that's very similar to the object that was in Temple number 2, the Snowhead Temple, which required the Goron form to hit the discs out, causing it to lower. But before we do that, I am going to stake out the room properly. Obviously, we need a light source in this room, that much is very clear. It seems that really all we need to do is destroy this thing. There's no strategy to it, you know, it's not like you need to knock the right number of discs out. It seems that we just need to punch that thing 3 times to get the light to shine down. And then we can interact with the room. Oh god, this is annoying actually. So, yeah, okay. I say annoying, but it might not be too difficult. We will see. My guess... Huh. Yeah, it's not going to be too hard. This one's a little harder because basically what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to charge up the light on this one. And then we're going to have to run here with the light charged from that one, shine it on the other mirror, and then use that to destroy the block over there. Which is not going to be super difficult, it's just an extra step that we haven't had to do yet. So, yeah, I'm actually quite hungry by the way, but I'm not going to discuss that because that's only going to make me more hungry, I guess. So the first thing that we'll do, I guess, let's say I guess a few more times, is smash these discs out, gain access to this light, and deal with the suns to our left and right. Which rhymes. I don't know what the suns are going to do for us. I'm assuming these things... I was expecting them to be affected negatively by the light, but apparently not. You go away. You're kind of cute, but definitely annoying, so... I see. We have to find the correct sun. The correct sun will actually open its eyes and give you a creepy smile. All the others will just burn, I guess. There's nothing negative about getting the wrong sun, like we're not punished in any way, so it's not a big deal. Just have to take the time to find the right one, I'm guessing. Really, it's the last one that I check? Sounds about right to me. Usually is that way. I'm being reminded of that puzzle in the Arbiter's Grounds dungeon in Twilight Princess when I was playing through in the HD version, and I had to light these torches. Of course, I lit all of them, and then I eventually, on the last torch, got the one that I was supposed to light. Happens a lot in Zelda for me. So I guess we'll take the path of least resistance first, which is this mirror here, although these little things are really going to cause trouble. So we need to shine this in here for a little while so that it's, I guess, fully charged. I don't know how that works really, as in I don't know how... There would be a threshold, like there would be a point that you would reach where you wouldn't be able to charge it up any longer. I don't know what that point is, that's what I'm trying to say. Alright. We've got a stray fairy in there, I would assume. These fucking things. I don't know how to deal with them. Oh god, he's rolling. Okay, well you can go and roll around and I'll get a stray fairy, thank you. Alright, so that is fairy number 3. Oh, shit! These guys are just, they're crazy. I don't know how to deal with them. You know what, I'm going to turn into a Goron and punch you or something. Oh, Okay, well thanks for the bombs, but I'm not going to say thanks for the damage. Because he hit me twice and then exploded in my face. I don't know what his fucking problem is. Oh, there's a chest here. Did I not see this before? Whatever, I'll take it. That's 2 stray fairies in one room. Now, let's see if there are... I was going to say if there is, and then I'm like, yeah! Well, it didn't actually sound anything like that when I messed up my speech, but anyway. We no longer have any stray fairies in this room. I would say that the greatest use of the stray fairies mask is more to see when there aren't stray fairies in a room versus if there are. Because if there are stray fairies in the room, as I said before, it means less in the Stone Tower Temple because we do have an inverted Stone Tower Temple. So basically we could be in a room that says that there are stray fairies, but we might not be able to access them because we would need to be in the inverted Stone Tower Temple. So, in other words, the Stray Fairies Mask, or the Great Fairies Mask, I should say, that is used for stray fairies is a little bit less useful here. But it does still have a use, which is what I'm doing right now. Determining that there are no stray fairies here. Okay, let's just take that off. I guess we'll replace it with a form mask. This is, I think, the first dungeon where I'm not using the bunny hood because I have too many things that I need at one time. Alright, so we're going to charge this up as much as we can. I don't know if there is an audio cue for that, but we have basically been forced now to charge up the next one. Ooh, can we do it fast enough? No. That's alright. Well, these guys here are causing some serious issues because they're interrupting my charging phase. It's a real fucking problem. In fact, those guys are really the only thing that's going to fuck me up here. Don't hit me, don't hit me. Don't fucking hit me, I need to... If these things weren't hitting me, I would have been able to actually aim it properly. Shit. They really are the only thing about this puzzle that is difficult. Seriously, I mean, outside of this, pretty simple. Or rather, just this part here is pretty simple. Just gonna let you attack me. Look how fast he is at pursuing me. He's pushing me out of the light. Holy shit. Okay, get on target immediately. Get on target, get on target. Awesome. Did it. But yeah, that's those enemies. I guess that's the reason why they're there. It's to give that extra level of difficulty for this puzzle. Fucking annoying though. Okay, anything on this? Oh, you again. 2 of you. Well, I don't mind having you explode in my face. I'm not that concerned. Go on, roll. I don't care. You as well. I may very well have had an invulnerability period for that, that second one that I destroyed. Getting some rupees, not too... that's a really funny still frame there. If you can see Goron Link's face. Alrighty. So that's it for this room. We've collected all stray fairies and we have a point of progression, which is probably about all we are asked to do at this point. Alright. So in this room, I'm assuming that is designed to maintain, or at the very least, not just maintain the elevation of Deku Link form, but also just to send him higher, more specifically. So with that, I guess we'll just go and see what needs to be done. I would rather survey the room more, but I can't see the whole room, so I have to just go in and hopefully not do the wrong thing. See what we've got here. There we go. I actually want to go back over here. Aha, see, that is going to be a stray fairy, I would guess. We are effectively approaching this dungeon from... The way I would look at it is we want to do this 100%. If we don't do it 100%... Actually, how the fuck do I get back? It's alright, I needed that stray fairy, but... I'm not sure how to get back. Do we have no choice but to just kill ourselves? I guess so. No, this is not good at all. Oh, I'm stupid, that's right. This is lava. We can just become Goron Link. I do really forget that Goron Link is unaffected by lava. Haven't smashed down one of these for a while. What's this gonna do? Oh, it gives us access to a switch. Well, while I'm thinking of it, I guess we'll deal with that switch now. I don't know if this is timed, it might be, actually. Where is it? Over here. Wow. We have to be really fast. Well, we'll try to hit it. It might not even be a requirement, you know. It might just be for a stray fairy. Either way, we have to do it. So it seems that we have to be really fast, unless there's a shortcut we can take. That's definitely possible, isn't it? Although it doesn't look like it. We just have to be really, really fast. I'll do what I can. Oh, let's go. That is what's gonna fuck me up. It's much harder than it looks. No. Well, I'll try to make a mental note of that. I don't think I'm going to keep trying to do that. Unless I go along the side and roll that way. Maybe that would work. Yeah, maybe that's a good idea. We'll give that a try. But it feels... There might be audio cues to tell me when the time runs out. But I can't hear it, so... We're going to go along the side, at least that way. We're not going to be bumping into things. Also, I say. It's a bit ridiculous, isn't it? I just want to get a visual on it. Okay. We're making progress, If I can avoid hitting walls, then we should be able to make it. That's what I'm thinking. So that's not too bad at all. It's not too bad. I think the solution is to just stay on the edge, but I actually managed to hit the edge, like the wall, along that thing. Hey, gaming. So really, that was kind of terrible. Oh, whoops, I'm being distracted by OBS. See that? Oh, shit. It's really hard, guys, it's really hard to actually do this in the allotted time. Why does every little thing in this dungeon have to be so challenging? I can't just enter a room and not be challenged. I guess I wasn't terribly challenged in that mirror room, but still, like... This is a really rough dungeon. I can't stay up there. It's actually... No, this is almost not helpful. I would say it's worse to go along that edge, to be honest with you. And you guys are probably wondering why I'm so fucking inaccurate. It's because I'm using a Nintendo 64 controller. I'm telling you now, the analog stick on this thing... It's not great. It's not great at all, so... I'm not functionally retarded, it's just the controller is functionally retarded, okay? Good. It's really hard to get this working. We'll do it though. We'll do it. Go jump on that switch. Alright. Well, I feel like as long as we don't hit any walls, we will be okay. We made it! As long as you don't hit any walls, you'll be okay. And you know what? We definitely wanted to do this now, rather than later, because we will be going up there now. And that has given us access to Stray Fairy. I'm assuming that that is not timed. Imagine if that was timed. That would be a huge insult. Just in case it is, I'm going to try to make my way there quickly. But yeah, we definitely made the right decision. That's all I can say. So we are approaching the second day. Dawn of the second day. We're not quite there yet, but we will be soon. Again, as I said, I definitely made the right decision doing a whole new cycle for this dungeon, because we're going to be spending a lot of time standing around, letting the time just run out, basically trying to work out whatever we want to do in the dungeon at any time. We're basically going through it. Should be able to make it, come on! There we go. Now, this is when you're in the shit, when you're going backwards. Get over onto the... Controlling this really is less intuitive than you would imagine. Okay. That's quite alright. I wasn't doing amazingly well there, so let's just try again. At least we can try again quickly, because Deku Link gets burnt in the lava, as you would expect. He seems to be made of wood. I don't really know how Dekus work, but they do have that wooden appearance. Am I going to make it? This doesn't look very... Well, how am I supposed to do that? Again, every single step of this dungeon is complicated. Why can't it just be... Why can't it just work? Just work, please. I don't understand how I'm supposed to maintain my flight. Doesn't make any sense to me. Look at this. I run out of it by the time I get over there. It's so tantalizingly close, but it's not quite there. Alright, well, I guess my only solution, and I don't understand how this would help, but I guess my only solution is to drop on the ledge, so as not to die. But the question becomes, how do I progress from there? Because I would need a flower to get these little flying flowers back. Don't do that, for fuck's sake. Just drop on this edge. But even then, there's nowhere to really drop. This is so confusing. I'm genuinely confused, guys. Unless I look here and maybe there's a shortcut in there that I missed. Maybe there is. Let's keep an eye out, shall we? There might be something simple. There might be a way in to the left side that I've missed. I mean, there's nothing there, is there? See, I've got no camera control right now. No, there's no way in there. So we don't want to go that way. But I will try to look for anywhere else to go. I can't turn the camera to look in the direction I want to go, because it's Z targeting, that's all you got. No, and I can't look in another direction. Look. That might get me there, that might get me there. I don't know what I've done, but no, that's not quite right. Because you just barely make it, you know. Is there something I'm doing wrong with Deku Link? Is there something else I could be doing? It's about to turn. Dawn of the second day. I hate angling Deku Link. It's really hard. Alright, do that, and then I'll go back. I'll go backwards. This might get me there. This might get me there. Because this way... Look how close it is! What am I doing wrong? Is my technique just not perfect, and it needs to be perfect? Probably. Okay, I can't go to the menu screen until that disappears. Alright, so I'm now using a video walkthrough because I've decided that looking at Zelda Dungeon's webpage is just not good enough. So I'm instead, as I said, using a walkthrough, which is a little bit, well, it's clear. I don't have to interpret the descriptions written on Zelda Dungeon. I can just look at what's going on, and it's quite simple. Did I close the video? I couldn't know. Here, no. Okay, there it is. I found it. For a second I thought I closed the video and I was about to get annoyed with myself. So the guy going through here, he's got a single video for the whole dungeon, including Stray Fairies, and it's only 32 minutes long, Which is hilarious if you think about it, because I've probably spent, I don't know, well over 40 minutes in this dungeon by now. In fact, definitely, probably about an hour in this dungeon. And I'm probably not even halfway through it, so there you go. That's just the difference when you know what you're doing and when you don't know what you're doing. Alright, so in the video he's now pressing down that fiery switch. I do prefer the Stone Tower Temple during the day, by the way. I don't so much enjoy it at night. I think because of the colour contrast between the dungeon design and the blue sky, it's much nicer looking. So, he goes and gets the Stray Fairy. What the fuck? Hold on. Oh, he seems to be going backwards through the whole thing. Wait, what? What's he doing? Oh, you don't actually need to go into a flower. I see. You don't need to go into a flower to get onto the air current, which is important. So he's going backwards the whole way. Which seems to be getting him to where he wants to go. He made it look so simple, but the thing is, I don't know. There doesn't seem to be a specific technique except to just go backwards, which is what I was doing, but apparently it wasn't good enough. So I'm going to do it the same way he did it, which is to go from here. This makes it easier to just be going backwards, because if I position myself like this, he didn't go at quite this angle. But I'm going to go at this angle so that I fucked it up, didn't I? You know, it's really hard to control Deku Link in flight. It's surprisingly hard until you've done it. It's really not the most intuitive thing in the world. Look, and now, well, I am going backwards, but can't be that way. Cannot be that way. I have to be going in the direction already. So we want to be already moving in that direction. We want to be backwards. Here we go. This is how he did it. I'm not going to make it. I don't know what I'm doing differently. I really, really don't know what I'm doing differently, guys. But this is the Stone Tower Temple. It's so ridiculous. I don't know what about that was better. Maybe I fluked it, I'm not sure, but it's so fucking finicky, and it's unnecessarily finicky. It's not fun. I guess it's fun once you learn it inside out, but I haven't learned it inside out. It's really annoying for a person who hasn't gone through here recently and has no real memory of what's going on in the dungeon. It's very annoying. Looks like we're about to get the light arrow. I cannot remember this mini-boss. I've seen him before, but I can't remember how to fight him. Let's keep away from his flaming swords. I don't know where he is. There he is. I'm probably going to use the bunny hood here, because that will give me more maneuverability. Don't know how he managed to light me on fire there. See, that's what I mean by maneuverability. Ah, he has a counterattack when you hit him. I should be shielding immediately after hitting him, that's the idea. There we go. So you don't want to shield that attack, you just want to avoid it, because if you shield it, he will jump back. Best thing to do is not to target in that situation, but rather to run freely, because that's the easiest way to clear that attack, and then run in with an attack. And obviously, the bunny hood's the easiest way to do that. To think I could be defeated, although my rival, you were spectacular. Well, you don't have anything interesting to say. If you shoot that which releases the sacred golden light into the blood-stained red emblem outside the temple, it shall rearrange things, in which the earth is born in the heavens and the moon is born on the earth. Do not forget these words. die shall, leaving no corpse. Well, the question is, have we done everything that we need to do in the regular temple? This almost proves to me that it is a requirement to go through the inverted temple at least part of the way, because we haven't received a dungeon key, and I think we really have fully explored the dungeon at this point in the regular, I guess, the non-inverted castle, yeah. So we entered through there, we're being shown that we can't go through there thanks to the bars. But, yeah, I think we might be done with this part. So, where do we end up? Okay. I think I see one of those weird things from Woodfall. How do I get up there? Just I can climb up normally, it seems. Hello. Oh, you're armored. It's a hip loop. But he's got a mask on. I can deal with him. Let's turn around. There we go. Come on. How could it be that a mask on the front, even though his rear is completely exposed, still manages to block an attack? That is so stupid. Oh my god. Okay. Well, I don't really mind dealing with you. I'm guessing I just have to shield you. I feel like I would need a megaton hammer for you. So with that in mind, I guess I want the Goron form. Let's give this a try. Yeah, that works, and then I'll punch you in the face. There we go. The closest thing to the Megaton Hammer is the Goron Pound, so that's what made sense to me. I don't really need the rupees down there, and I think it's going to mess me up if I go down there, or perhaps it won't. What's down there? Is that like a hole, or is that a lower area? Well, I suppose we do want to go down there, don't we? We're almost being prompted to as well, aren't we? Well, I'm going to go through this door here to see where it leads, just out of interest, because I wonder where I am. Oh. That's probably a bad thing? I hope I can get back there. Well, there's this guy. Remember him? I do. He's protecting a chest, I think. Oh, and there is a stray fairy in one of the chests around here. At least what I would assume to be a stray fairy. Oh, hello. I guess I need to shoot you with an arrow. I'm gonna try with a regular arrow first. It might be necessary to use a light arrow. We'll see what happens. This is a strange creature, unique to Majora's Mask. What am I supposed to do with you then? Okay, you have very good reflexes, I'll give you that much. What do you have to say, Tattle? It's an Igor. Simply attacking it is no good. You should pay attention to the subtle changes in its eye. I'm guessing it turns red. Well, he doesn't like to go too far forward, clearly. The subtle changes in his eye. Oh, yeah. Turns yellow. God. Wow, he really gives you an opportunity, doesn't he? And he's dead. Now again, hopefully I can backtrack from here. And I'm assuming that's a stray fairy. What I will do, just to try and keep on top of the stray fairies, is I will see how many stray fairies the guy in the video walkthrough has before going to the inverted temple. If I can somehow keep track of that in his version. So I can't go back, which is a real fucking problem, because I think that there was more in that room that I could have dealt with. Well, whatever. I guess I'll just have to manually go all the way there again, which is... Well, this is a serious problem! Fuck, there was more in that room! Fuck. Now, what I would normally do, guys, is I would cut until I'm back there. But I can't, I'm live. So you have to see me go all the way... Oh my god, okay, where the fuck are you? We're going back there because there was definitely something to interact with over there. And we were being prompted to do it by having those blue rupees positioned there. This is really frustrating, guys, because I have to go all the way back. And I would rather not. Let me guess, I have to do the same thing again to get through here? I'm not fucking doing that. I'm going the other way. You went to an actual Japanese restaurant to try out some real ramen, and your mind has been blown. Well... I don't know how you would expect it to compare to instant ramen, which seems to be your point of reference, but yeah, instant ramen is not ramen. It's kind of... it's a shallow imitation of ramen. So there you go. And yes, Happy New Year to you as well. Okay. We do have some chests in there, but I'm not focused on them right now. What's really frustrating to me is that I have to do this shit again. I have to twice fluke it. Oh my fucking god, okay. I'm not impressed about this. I'm really not impressed. But we'll try it again. We'll see just how foolproof it is. We're about to find out. Ha! The Monster Hunter movie flopped in the box office. They spent $60 million making it. That's awkward. So far it's only made $13 million after releasing in China and the US. Well, Ethan saw the movie, and he said it's one of the worst movies he's ever watched. So... there you go. It's what I expected anyway, but... because again, it's... all you need to do was see the trailers for it, and it clearly had absolutely no... inspiration at all. Like, whoever made it... to say that the person who made that movie was inspired would be a complete... it would not be the truth, in other words. You could tell that there was no inspiration behind the movie, so... what are you gonna get? You're gonna get a shitty movie. A shallow, dead movie. Which is apparently exactly what it was. According to Ethan, who saw it. And I'd say he's right, because he... you know, he recounted much of the scenes that he saw. Uh-oh. I fucked that up. Let's go back, go back, go back. This is harder to control than it looks. As I have said. But, yeah, based on his descriptions, he said that there were only like 10 lines of dialogue in the whole movie. The whole movie! So, there you go. Yeah, this is the way you want to do it, guys. I've got no idea how this makes a difference, but... apparently going to the side allows you to traverse more distance whilst not losing altitude. I don't fucking know. It's stupid to me. Well, this is the thing. No, this is the thing, Potato. The trailer is an honest trailer. It is a standard corporate Hollywood action movie. That's exactly what it is. It's got no... there's nothing about it that's unique. It's just... well, the only thing unique about it is how particularly bad it is. That's really all you're dealing with. But yeah, it's really, really bad. There's one particular... I'm going to tell you about one particular scene that Ethan recounted to me. They were attacked by, like, the girl, the main character, whose name is Captain Artemis, by the way, which is wow. But, she and some other person, I'm assuming a hunter that she was traveling with, or maybe, I don't know what, but, they were attacked in the desert by lots of enemies. I think it was Apsaros or something like that. Like, they were swarmed by Apsaros, and the way that they dealt with it is by getting their dual blades, their flaming dual blades, and spinning around, okay? To kill all of them. And it shows a bird's eye view of them spinning. Now, if that does not give you an image that is enough to make you not want to watch the movie, then we are alike in that way. Oh, I could just punch him to remove the mask, it seems. Get out of here. What's your fucking problem? Oh, shut up. But yeah, imagine a live-action movie where people are spinning around with their dual blades. I mean, it's so stupid. So stupid. What is down there? We're about to find out. I, keeping in mind, did just make my way down here just to see what's going on. There is a switch to interact with. It's right there. It might be for the inverted temple, I don't know. But, yeah, the Monster Hunter movie is... Whoever thought of that scene probably liked Beyblade. Well, this is the thing, they're people, they're human beings. You're not playing a video game, it's a movie. Why are they spinning around? It's stupid. And it's not like spinning around is part of the dual blade combo. There's a hunter art for it, but that's not... It's a fucking hunter art. It's so stupid, like, actual people spinning around. Makes no fucking sense. How am I supposed to get back up there? What? I can see something to hookshot to, but that's really far away. Oh, I'll work it out. But at the moment I'm a little confused. Maybe I can reach it from here. Link is asleep. But yeah, the Monster Hunter movie, absolutely terrible. Absolutely terrible. And anyone who is watching it is an idiot. Really, I can actually reach it from here. Well, I came all this way just to basically be shown that there was no reason for me to come here, although there is a switch here, but it seems to be upside down. Is that right? Yeah, it's upside down, which means that I probably can't interact with it yet. Hello, Ron Money. There's a spin movie in World. Well, it's not the same thing. I'm assuming that you're talking about where you spin down the body of a monster. It wasn't that. It wasn't like that. They're attacking Apsaros, okay? And they're spinning around horizontally, not vertically. The vertical spin with the dual blades in World is really cool. It's one of the coolest things you can do with the dual blades in the series, but... yeah. It's just stupid. I mean, technically, there is a spin in the open combo. If you're charged with dual blades, like your dual blades gauge is charged, and you do an open attack while moving, that does a spin, but it's not like a repeated spin. It's so dumb. It's so dumb. I just, ugh. Anyway. I don't need to sit here and convince you of how bad it is, because it's bad, I'm sorry. And I'm glad it flopped, because it deserves to flop. Whoever made it doesn't deserve to have a career anymore, because you need a certain degree of ineptitude to make something that fucking bad. And I'm glad they lost money. I'm very glad. But as I said, there's almost no dialogue in the movie because the characters in the movie don't even speak English, and then there's like some random guy who apparently speaks English. And there's no reason for him to be speaking English anyway. I don't care. I'm not talking about it anymore. I've had my fun. So it seems that what we need to do here... Well, this is assuming that we have acquired everything that we could acquire in the regular dungeon. I'll see if there is a way for me... What I'll do is I'll see how many stray fairies this guy has. So the one in the chest there is his 6th. Do I have 6? Where am I looking? Shit, where are they? Oh, I'm not in the dungeon, that's why I can't see. If I go in the dungeon, I should be able to see how many stray fairies I have. I have 7, which means that he must get one more. Where is that one that he gets? I think it's after the Igor, isn't it? So if he gets a 7th stray fairy from that Igor... I'm quite sure that that's what it is, isn't it? Yeah, if he gets a 7th stray fairy from that Igor, then that means we are not missing any stray fairies. Oh shit, we're missing one. He just got 8 from that one in from the Igor. So that means that between that chest... Aha! There's a stray fairy in that fucking... Oh my god. I missed a chest in that room? I missed a chest in that room. That room that I went out of my way to go back to, I missed a chest in it. Holy shit. And it's, of course, a stray fairy. I don't know how I missed it. I guess it was blending in with the colours of the area. That's really frustrating. That's really frustrating. Because again, I thought I had backtracked to that room for no reason. Because there was nothing important there. And then I left it. Come on. But now to go back there again, because I obviously missed the chest that was in the room. I thought that I had looked properly to see if anything was there, but apparently I didn't look properly, so here we go again with this thing. Just in case you wanted to confirm that I didn't fluke it. Holy shit. This is really frustrating. Okay. Oh, I'm sure the guy who made it will probably be hired to make more terrible adaptations of video games in the future. I wouldn't doubt it. But the question becomes, what kind of shallow career does this guy have? Because I don't think he's ever made a decent movie. And I don't think you could watch one of his movies and go, oh yeah, this is great. This is really good. Yeah. It's beyond my understanding, but anyway. The guy clearly cares more about money than his dignity, so that's pretty much all I can say about that. I can't speak for all of his movies. I've not looked at his track record, however. The Resident Evil movies is a good example, I suppose, of why he might be an embarrassment in the film industry. And now he's got another shit movie under his belt. But I'm not going to go into deep detail about it, because this is Majora's Mask recording. Okay, turn around. I'm trying to go backwards, for fuck's sake. It's really hard. When you don't want to go backwards, you're going backwards, and then when you want to go back... What am I targeting on? Stop targeting. What am I targeting? Is my Z button broken? So if you go forwards, you... Okay, my Z button is not broken, so I don't know why I was continuously targeting that. It didn't seem like I was targeting something in particular. This is ridiculous. Okay, so we want to go backwards if possible. Come on, get there, get there, get there. Okay. Backwards, backwards. Not that way. Fuck me. Why is it so fucking impossible to do this? Okay. This will do the trick, this will do the trick. Alright, now we're going backwards, backwards, backwards. No. Fuck. No. Shit! I've had to do this too many times now. I really only should have needed to do it once. Because of the nature of this fucking dungeon. Now hopefully backwards is good enough. Let's see what we've got here. Backwards is good enough. You don't have to go to the side, apparently. Or maybe it's not even that. I don't know. I don't fucking understand it. Alright. Stray Fairy is in the room adjacent to this one. I'm hoping. But yeah, the reason why I'm making sure that I have acquired this Stray Fairy is because I don't want to have to turn the dungeon back to the regular dungeon once I've turned it inverted. A chest should be appearing here. So that means that he must have hit the switch somehow. I'm going to watch to see what he does, because he must have hit the switch somehow. Did he use the bomb mask? Yeah, he used the bomb mask to hit it. That's interesting. Okay. I'm assuming there are other ways to activate the switch, but that's how he did it, so I'll do it that way. I don't need to make things more difficult for myself. Stop that. It's probably the one thing I hate about the Nintendo 64 games. If you have, you know, the hook shot pulled back or an arrow pulled in your bow, can't cancel it. It's frustrating. So that's the reason it would be hilarious if he was hired to make a Zelda movie. Well, there was, if you recall, many years ago, this is getting on 10 years ago now. There was a YouTube video that it was like the Zelda movie trailer, and it was interesting. I really wanted it at the time, but looking back on it, yeah, it was interesting, but I don't think I'd want a Zelda movie. To start with, it would be in the style of Breath of the Wild, in the same way the Monster Hunter movie is in the style of World, and I wouldn't want that. So maybe if you could have a Zelda movie that was traditional Zelda, maybe I'd be okay with it. But let's just go with no for that one. Actually, I need to deal with you in Goron form again. No noises, Goron Link. No noises. Punch this fucker. I hate this creature. Why is it that a punch from me is not enough to kill you in one hit? That's what I really want to know. Okay, taking off the mask. Now what I should probably do is not begin with the inverted dungeon this recording. The smarter thing to do would probably... Will it work here? Yeah. The smarter thing to do is to probably end the video once I have activated the inverted Stone Tower Temple. Because I'm almost at the end and I would only be able to continue maybe 10 or 15 minutes in, and I'd rather just start the video at the beginning of the inverted temple. So that's what we're going to do. So it might be a little bit of a shorter recording this time around, but it's not going to be criminally short. Hello, Hawk. You've tuned in towards the end, I regret to say. But I'll be going for another 5 minutes or so, most likely. Maybe a little longer. Depends how long it takes for me to organise those stupid platforms to open the inverted temple. Which is something I am not looking forward to doing, but anyway. Did I open the chest? Am I stupid? Am I stupid? I'm stupid. The chest is over here, Zoomlink. I dropped down here, and then I'm like, let's go back up. Fuck's sake. Okay, so I believe that we now have the same number of stray fairies as the guy in the walkthrough, which is what we want. Means I'm doing the right thing. For the most part, I am getting these stray fairies on my own. But I did need a walkthrough for that one, because I didn't know how to hit that fucking switch. It's also finicky, you know. But with that, we can actually move on. I'm going to watch the walkthrough video to ensure that he doesn't get another stray fairy after the one with the Igor, basically the one in this chest here. Just gonna check to see what he's doing. My guess is that he returns to the first room and then makes his way outside. That would make sense to me. Oh, right. I didn't even think about that. I'm glad I watched the video. There's something we almost forgot. We do actually want to equip the light arrow here to activate a sun that's just... I mean, I'll let you explode, I guess. See that there's a sun here? Or have you noticed that there is a sun here? Oh, you really do test my patience. You fucking annoyance. Where are you? Oh shit. Oh, I hate these things. Fuck. Get out. Really? It just pulls him to me. Okay. That's great. Fucking inconsistent mechanic. Sometimes the hookshot will kill something and then other times it pulls it towards you. Not doing any damage. Great. Anyway, so we're about to have a chest appear on what is the entrance to the inverted temple. So, I was checking the walkthrough to ensure that he didn't get any stray fairies. Well, it turns out that he would have technically, because he actually opened a chest that contains a stray fairy that can be accessed at the beginning of the inverted temple that I would have missed had I not made sure that I was getting all the stray fairies. So, That's good. Is he leaving the dungeon? He'd better not be going elsewhere, because I would be concerned. Oh god, he's going... I see. There's more to do, guys, there's more to do. Which means that the video is going to go for longer than I expected. So, what is he doing? He's shooting an ice arrow? Oh my god. So apparently we're supposed to go into a room over here. It seems that there is something that we can shoot with a light arrow in the room over this way. That's really tricky. That's really tricky. I never would have expected that. I never would have expected that we could shoot a light arrow through water to hit something underwater. I never would have imagined that, but apparently we can. There is a sun that we need to activate over this way. It's under the water, and the way in which you shoot it is not only through the water from the surface, but in fact, using, like, you need to angle yourself in a spot that would otherwise be impossible, but we do have the ice arrow, so we can do it that way. For fuck's sake. So if we do this... Why do you do that, Link? Just jump normally. What the fuck is your problem? Thank you. Thank you for climbing it. I'm wasting my bloody time. Okay. So, see this fucking thing here? That sun can be shot just like that. Don't know. Pretty weird to me. And I guess we turn to Zora Link and go and grab the thing. Crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. And again, I'm just glad that I checked to make sure that I wasn't missing anything, because it's better to check a walkthrough now to find it than to... oh fuck off, go away. Than to have to turn this location back to the regular temple in the future. So if I can avoid doing that, I'll do it. Stray Fairy number 9. What are we doing next? Hopefully leaving the temple. He's not leaving the temple. Holy shit. I guess there are... aha! That's right. Oh my god. So he's using... okay, apparently you can use that little trick that he used in the... you would have seen me do it in my Stray Fairy video for the Great Bay Temple, if you did watch that. Basically what he does... I need to go down here. What he does is he takes off the Zora mask and then puts it back on. And it creates this weird glitch where you can actually jump higher onto something than you normally would. Or grab onto something that's much higher than you normally would be able to grab onto. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to... here it is. Some exit point just here. Ugh, that was a tight angle, wasn't it? Okay, so we want to go to the other side. And there is a block that we can interact with here. What we are actually expected to do is shoot that with an arrow. A light arrow. And I believe that chest, I remember this chest from before because we had activated it. Through hitting that, that switched through the, I guess the fence we'll call it. But yeah, it had managed to slip my mind. Let's go and grab it. Can you not burn me, please? Here we go. Stray Fairy. That is Stray Fairy number 10. Oh, jeez. Stone Tower Temple, everyone. Stone Tower Temple. Yeah, the suns are definitely creepy, and it does make sense that they would be creepy, given that the moon is also rather spooky, I do agree. Also, hello, Jenny. Okay, so we're going to see what he does afterwards. My guess is that he's going to be backtracking through the whole frickin' dungeon. Oh. Now is that Stray Fairy number 10 for him? I believe it is. I don't think I'm missing one. But I think he cancels the the message by playing the Song of Soaring, which means that that's all we really need to do. It means we can now unlock the inverted castle. Inverted temple, I should say. That is his 10th one. I keep saying inverted castle because I'm thinking of Symphony of the Night or something. But, yeah, there you go. That's all we need to do. Now, I feel like there was something that I wanted to do, or is it just... Yeah, I guess we're just going to leave. Okay. Let's make sure we have 10. Yep, that's 10 stray fairies, so we only need to get 5 more in the inverted temple. And by the looks of it, there are only 2 floors in this dungeon. Oh. I think we can just play the Song of Soaring and get the hell out of here. And we probably want to do it this way anyway. We might even want to play the Song of Soaring to get back to that statue. Because I don't want to have to play the Elegy of Emptiness any more than I need to. So what we're actually going to do... I'll just make sure that he doesn't do anything. He might just be wanting to go to the entrance. Let's see if he walks out. He does walk out. Okay. So, because I don't want to have to play the Elegy of Emptiness too much, I'm going to play the Song of Soaring again. So that we can... Because we need to get to the other side, that's the point. And the only way to get to the other side from here is to step on all these switches, and I don't want to have to do that. Yeah, to hell with that. I'll just play the Song of Soaring. Because keeping in mind, I went from the owl statue at the beginning of this recording, because that's how I saved my progress, you know. I didn't leave my Nintendo Switch on... My Nintendo 64. My Nintendo Switch. Yeah, I didn't leave it on for, like, a week. So, I did have to save at the statue. Alright. As you can see, we are right in the place we want to be. Don't want to move that one. Seeing which one we want to move, maybe. Yeah, that'll probably do it. Let's do that. There we go. Just had to remember, I played it so much before, but I've already forgotten it, because it is a very confusing song to play. In case you wanted to see more of this shit, of course. Alright, and that... Whoops. In actual fact, we wanted to do it in the other order. You get to hear the song even more, everyone. It's not a bad song. It's not too bad, it's just that I'm sick of fucking hearing it, and you probably are too if you watched the previous video. You have to play it so much. Alright, so now we want to go to this side over here. And that gives us a straight line to that thing, which will allow us to shoot it. Get your fishbone guitar out and play the song. Man with Skirt. Oh dear, okay. Transform into regular Link, and we will have our... Okay, just kill me, kill me, kill me. Don't you fucking drop me down there. Just kill me, for fuck's sake. Now, is it reset? Ah, you guys get to hear even more of the Elegy of Emptiness. The reason, I don't even know why I failed the jump. It makes no fucking sense to me. How did I fail the jump? Link was just like, I don't know, he had weak knees. I'm not sure. Played it too fast and it didn't register one of the C buttons. Who has the patience? I fucking don't. I certainly don't. So I wouldn't expect you to have it either. And yet here I am. We're gonna put on the bunny hood just in case this time, because... There we go. Yes, we will put on the bunny hood, and you will notice that when I face towards the dungeon, my Nintendo 64 is just like, nah, this is too much for me to handle, you're gonna be ultra slowed down. Which is annoying to say the least, but yeah, let's get that bunny hood on, because this is fucking ridiculous. Okay, we'll replace the Zora mask with it. Okay. Here we go. Time for the inverted Stone Tower Temple. What? Okay. Can I still... Well, I hope I can still use the owl statue. Can I use the owl statue? No. It doesn't look like I can. So if I can't... No, there's no way I can use it, because it's actually beneath where I currently am. So that means we can't... Yeah. We'll have to save this for later then. That's fine. When I say that, I mean we'll turn it to the inverted temple when we're actually ready to take it on. We're not ready to take it on yet. Oh dear. And fortunately, we don't have to play that stupid song to get all the platforms in the right position later on, once it's inverted, so... Okay, with that, I do bid you all adieu. We've made pretty good progress, I would say. In the next video, hopefully we'll get the rest of the dungeon complete. I'm not entirely certain that I'll manage that, but I will. You know what I'll probably do? Unless it really feels like I have so much to do, I'll try to do it in one video, even if it ends up going like an hour and a half, an hour and 40 minutes long, because I'd like to just get it all done while I'm there. It just saves me from having to return to the entrance and then saving and then having to find my place again at the end of what would be the next video. So I will try, if I can, to do it in one recording, which should be doable, I think. As far as taking on the boss, I suppose I may as well do that also. I was wondering whether or not I should get the Great Fairy Sword to fight the boss with it, because if I get all Stray Fairies before the boss, I should be able to turn them in and get the Great Fairy Sword. Because that is the most, of all the rewards that you get from collecting Stray Fairies, the Great Fairy Sword is the best one, but the problem with it is that you get it at the end of the game. So you don't really get to use it that much. You don't get to go through dungeons with it, you don't get to use it in the way that you would want to, because it's something you get right at the end. So, yeah, I'd like to be able to use it for the boss, at least. The Great Fairy Sword, by the way, is stronger than the Gilded Sword. It is technically the strongest sword in the game, but it's not treated as a sword, it's treated as an item, and you have to use the C button to attack with it. Or perhaps not, maybe use the C button to equip it, and then you can attack with B. I don't know. But if I can get the Great Fairy Sword before actually fighting the boss, then I will do that. But we will find out in the next recording, which will be part 43. But I do thank you all for watching, I'll see you next time, and hope you enjoyed this recording. Bye bye.